Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Foundry. I am Jonnyboy here with Kryptonic Ken and Slykiko, and today we're reviewing an episode of Acolyte, Teach/Corrupt. This is what, episode 6? Six. Oh yeah, baby! Another brand new episode. Man, we've been fucking 5 weeks deep into this show, and it's still bad, still not great,
Dog water.
still like not a great episode. I was really fucking bored. And I think this episode I was just editing a lot, full blown. Just had my headphones on, editing. So I gave up on it quite early in the episode a lot too. There's a fucking, the twins are hanging out with their respected mentors, and they've done the switcheroo. And the Sith guy is gonna fuck the girl. It's weird romance shit going on. Sorry. I get ahead of myself. I apologize.
You know
you're on the money.
You know what was funny about this episode? It started the exact same way as the last episode, with Osha randomly waking up from being unconscious again.
Dude,
it's great when the main character is just existing through the journey instead of like making it. You know, she's there.
She's following a path instead of making the path, or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. It's exciting, but she wakes up on that random planet, which I still don't know the name of, right? I don't think we learned that at all. So it's like, okay, that's cool. She's pretty calm, all things considered.
She's about as bored as we fucking are, dude.
Oh no, I've been kidnapped.
Yeah, it's just. It seems so
Which one are we
weird.
talking
Like,
about
it
again?
seems she should be more scared or like worried. She's like on an unknown place, totally alone, doesn't even know how she got there, how she got those clothes on. Like, she should be way more concerned. We should see a lot more visible concern on her face.
Oh, that's Osha, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, I was really sorry.
May's not much better over there with, Soul. She's like, oh yeah, no, things are great, yeah. Plotting to like kick his ass, and I'm like, okay.
She's so awkward about it too, and I'm just like,
it is.
I don't know if it's just because of the fact that I know, but I'm like, he's
The fact that he doesn't know is still wild to me.
yeah.
Like, I know there's been a lot of discourse.
He was very traumatized, because all of his kids dying, all the Jedi being wiped out from the guy, and I feel like he was very just on edge, and his nerves were shot, and he seemed very vulnerable to her, like to an extreme amount. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it was interesting, because like this dude's fucking has been shook, and I understandably why. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Well, you gotta keep in mind
you're
too,
right.
that stupid dog man doesn't realize it either, though.
Ugh. Dog man.
Yeah, the tracker that was looking for her in the first
The
place.
whole time.
It does seem strange though. It seems like even if for a moment like Soul just kind of stopped for a bit and just like collected himself like a Jedi typically would, you'd think he'd realize something's like a little off. Like not something super obvious, but just get a little hint that he's like, sensing a little something. Not directly what it is, but like just a little something, The fact that they completely switched is like crazy to me. I mean, I guess they were twins, but still. I don't know.
But twins are obviously the same person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Being a twin, I can pretty confidently say, if they were living apart for that long, they'd be very, very, very different.
Could you say that John just came in here as just like, just Chiptronic John?
He would be
showed
very
up.
confused. He could probably go along a little bit, but it would be obvious that it wasn't me.
Like, that guy's a fucking nerd. He doesn't know shit about Star Wars.
It'd be a totally different conversation right now, and you would know immediately. And considering they're on completely different planets, completely different sides of the Force, you'd think there'd be a little bit more of a tell. But who knows?
What'd you think of Kamir's helmet?
Again, a cool prop, cool design. I like it. Sorry, I didn't mean that as.
That sounded like such a dick thing to say, though.
Full prop.
Nice prop, buddy. Anyways.
Nice prop there, bud. Where'd you get it? Hasbro?
No. Like,
That's
it's a
funny.
good design. I thought it was cool. I can't remember how much. Does he give quite a bit of detail on the helmet? I think.
And he says
No,
like
we
it,
just see it.
material. Yeah, it's in that cave. Yeah, his little nut cave. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Please
Yeah,
tell
it's
us more
like an
about this
isolation
nut
helmet,
cave,
right?
please. Yeah,
It
yeah.
protects, yeah, like I guess like Luke in episode 4 when he's like, blocking everything out so he can just focus on the Force, sort of a deal. But it's kind of crazy to think that he was like fighting in that thing with like almost no vision.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I mean, I will say, in like animated series, we've seen Count Dooku fight blind, and he's like, the eyes betray you thing. Like you need to surrender yourself to the Force. So I like that premise. Now, aesthetically, I think the helmet looks fucking stupid.
Oh, you don't like
I
it?
don't like
Very
it.
Mad Maxy.
A little bit, yeah.
I wish it was more Mad Maxy, to be honest.
I thought it looked cool. I don't know if it fits the Sith like kind of aesthetic too well, but I thought it was pretty
That's
cool.
my issue with it. It just feels too far off. And as far as everything else is, all the other props and set designs don't feel wildly different than like traditional Star Wars-esque apparel or environment. His just is like the outlier. That helmet is killing it. The outfit, the rest of it, like the cloak and then like the kind of samurai-ish like garb,
Yeah.
it's whatever. I get it, but the helmet's throwing me off. It's so bulky, I think.
Yeah, I think the thing that's weird is like the mouth looking part. Like
Yeah.
why is that needed if it's isolation and it's not really doing much for you? I guess
Why'd
it was
you
just
make it
for
look so
cool
pretty?
and
Yeah.
like to make it look a little more menacing, I guess.
You gotta look cool,
All you needed
dude.
was function over the fashion. Yeah.
Sith are they all they care about is fashion, dude. It's fashion
Speaking of
wars.
fashion, we got that scene where he's got nothing on, like
Ah.
lack of fashion. He's
He ain't
dipping
shit,
in that
dude.
water. Osha's just eating that up.
Dude, she's
He's watching
oogling
that
him
shit.
to like a
Full-on
disrespectful
conversation.
fucking amount of time.
Wild.
It
Doesn't
was
even try to look away.
Wow.
And then then there's a part where he's like, "Kill me," and like he ignites his lightsaber. Right? He says something along those lines, and it was like he's pulling it towards her, and then they're holding each other, and it's like this is weirdly like sensual right now, and I don't know what they were going for right here, and I don't
Made me
think I
uncomfortable,
like
dude.
it. Yeah, it was
Especially
like
because he spent all this time with his sister, so I'm like, have you been wanting to bone May this entire time, and you're just like directing it towards her other sister? Like, huh?
I don't know. I mean, Sith are master manipulators, so maybe he's just like I don't know, giving her something she
all right.
lacked.
We have to stop with these assumptions about as if the show knows what they're doing with the way they're
Yeah, I think
acting and
we're-
shit
I
like
think
that.
we've been giving
We are
the
giving
show
it too much credit. Too much credit. We cannot be like, maybe he was manipulating. It's like, no, it's just shitty acting. It's just
We
fucking.
have to
it's
take
just
it all at face
inconsistent.
value. It's just
You're right.
awkward
We should do
sexual
that.
tension.
Unless there's like provided evidence that like supports something, right?
Yep.
We should try to keep that in mind.
At the end of the episode, she's over here trying to wear his clothes and shit. He's putting on the helmet. Like, that is pretty intimate.
Yeah,
It's something.
she is wearing.
She couldn't be in him, so she wanted to be in his garb.
How the
Yeah,
fuck
that-
this episode last so fucking long? It was literally just 2 different locations and a cave and a ship. How the fuck is that whole episode, right?
It was, yes.
Did
Well,
anything else
we-
happen?
We got what's her face?
Green gal?
Vernastra.
Like investigating the intense
Incident,
number of
yeah.
bodies, being very calm, I guess, as a Jedi would, but should be a little bit more.
I was gonna say
fast,
very
would assume.
bored, but.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, we must report this. We must-"
Anyways, so I'll tell you.
And then that's basically it, I think.
Yeah.
Like they're
Just her dweeby apprentice and her talking about, oh, people are dead? Crazy. Wow. I wonder who led them to their deaths. Yeah.
She also does that whole lightsaber whip thing, I think, right?
Yeah.
Right? She
Yeah, that was
finally
pretty sweet.
Whips out that lightsaber.
Yeah, that was a really big promo thing. Whenever like they were doing the
Yeah.
Yeah, for
promotion.
one little scene, and she's
Promo
not
one
even actually
scene.
fighting with it.
Yeah. We'll
It's
never
a
see it again.
squash a fucking bug.
Well, I do know that is from some of the books. They're the Old
True.
Republic books, and she's like a character in those books, and she did
Have a light whip.
have
Yeah.
have that. I think it was like a force, like a vision, so she made it or something. I've seen some other topics.
That's
related
actually
to
pretty
that.
cool that they put an Acolyte and had the same weapon and stuff. I like that.
Yeah, it is kind of cool that they were connecting to some of the books. So if you read the books, you see some of those things connected. Not that they're super connected, besides
Yeah,
like
or
the
important.
character and the weapon being used. But yeah, I do like the use of that. It was definitely a strange strange thing to see, but
Yeah.
but pretty cool.
And then towards the end, we saw May reveal or found out, and Soul was like, "I'm gonna fucking get you," and he got her and he fucking tied her up, and she was laying on a table and stuff, and then he's all mad and stuff. So
Like, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I got shit to say,
yep,
and you're gonna listen to it.
yep. I believe Ken is paraphrasing, but and so am I. That's
He
pretty
said it
much
exactly
what happened.
like that, in that accent. He's like,
Is it-
I got shit to say.
Yep, that's Soul
Soul,
right
yeah.
there. Soul is here in the
Mhm.
cast right here. No, this
Yep.
fucking episode's fucking boring, dude. It barely moved the plot along.
Yeah.
It was just kind of slow. There's like a lot of scenes where they're just kind of like lingering, but they didn't.
Imagine
didn't
being
really
like
need to.
70 years old and you've always loved Star Wars, and you're on your deathbed, and that's the last piece of Star Wars you see.
Oh, no,
and then
don't
minutes
say
later, you fucking pass. Imagine, imagine knowing that person, the last bit of Star Wars they consumed was Episode 6 of the first season of The Acolyte. How fucking
I was a
sad would that
relative,
be?
I would sue Disney for a wrongful death suit and say that they died for consuming this.
But isn't that like something really terrible to think about?
It's terrible, yeah. Especially you've
is.
grown up with way better content, and it's turned into this mockery of a poor excuse of just cinema in general. Star Wars or not, this is just shitty storytelling, if at all.
Agreed. I remember being a little kid and trying to play with action figures when my father was watching the episode 3 when it first came out, like in DVD. And I remember playing too loudly, and he looks at me, he goes, "Please shut up. I've been waiting my entire life for this." I'm
That's funny and also sad, but like,
but like I get it now, you know. Like
Yeah,
that always
exactly.
that really pretty. I wasn't like sad or anything. I was just like, all right, I need to play quieter. Like man's trying to watch some fucking some shit.
Man's got something serious going on right now.
And you know it was a scene with Obi-Wan and Dax, which is the best scene from that movie.
Oh man.
Obi-Wan. No, I'm just kidding. I joke. That's just it's just one little thing there, a little antidote there to just like say, hey, show's fucking bad. Just think about it. Shouldn't be this bad. Doesn't have to be this fucking bad. They be spending millions and millions. What's the budget of this? $180 million?
Too much.
probably, dude. I mean, yeah.
What's how if you had to be an extra there, like in the last episode? God, it's got a 4 out of 10 on IMDb. That's hilarious. If you had to be in the last episode and it'd be like, oh, you gotta get killed by like Quimir. What's the fucking lowest amount of money you can accept? But it has to be realistic to be like extra there. How much would you guys?
That's tough because this is a mixed. Well,
I'd do like five. I'd do
guess-
like $1,000. Like I'll do like actually no, because I got to fly there and like I gotta miss work and stuff. So I'd be like, it's like $5,000 would be like that's because that sounds like a pain in the ass.
I would do it for 10 or 5 grand. 5 grand because, you know, it's not so much just being there, it's being able to keep a straight face and act like everything's okay and just swallow my pride and be like, it's okay.
do we know
just
the show is
get this
bad
check."
going into it?
No,
Bro, if I'm over here reading these lines, I would immediately be like,
bro, how
Well,
you're right. How can these extras or anyone keep a straight face while saying this shit?
How? Like, sure, if you don't get it ahead of time, but like on site when you're reading that, it would hurt my pride and soul because it just sounds stupid.
Like
It's
this.
awful.
Director, it sounds terrible. Are you sure that's the right line? Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it in post. We'll get it with some CGI. What?
This isn't how Jedi speak.
What happens to the Paul Blart Jedi?
Come on, Kamir. We got to get out of here.
Kamir never got him, dude. He juked him out, but he never came back and spun the block to get rid of him.
Fucking that big ass fucking. Whenever next year, I'm gonna change all the Acolyte thumbnails to that just big ass fucking fat bitch. It's just
No.
what the fuck's his name? There's a Reddit for the fat Jedi.
What?
There's
Full,
a
like,
Reddit.
dedicated Reddit?
Oh no, this is why do people pretend like fat Jedi Sith are a new thing?
Jeez.
People are making references to Kung Fu Panda,
What?
saying that
Sure.
they can be overweight because of Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, bro. Okay, that I hate to go off tangent, but that was a big thing that the sequel trilogy tried to establish. That in episode 7, or sorry, 8, the end of it when like the kid grabs the broom, they wanted to say like anyone can be a Jedi. No, that was precisely the point that George Lucas tried to illustrate with 1 through 6. Is yes, we're all Force sensitive. The Force exists in everything, but not everyone is supposed to, use it and take advantage of it and have like be connected with it. And I hate to say it, but they made the Jedi cannon fodder in this show. But they also made the Sith look really stupid as well. They had no motivate. Dude, that is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Jedi feel kind of fucking dumb a little bit too. Everyone feels a little bit more dumbed down. I don't know if it's the case of like I know what's going on and some of the characters don't. I would like to think that I'm a little smarter at that and know how I would react, but like it's weird. Not very good.
No,
Do we want to drop scores?
not really.
This one is 4.75. No, maybe 4.5. I guess.
I could follow up with a 4. Oh yeah. This is a
do
4.
4.
I'll do 4.5. It was really boring.
Yeah, this one's a tough one to rate. I think I'll go with a 5.
Dang, Ken, that's surprising. That's low for
That's
you.
generous.
You
Oh my
hate
God.
Star Wars, man. What happened to you, brother?
Shit fell off, bro.
No, you're right. It was not a lot happened. Not a lot happened, unfortunately. But
Yeah, it was just a weird episode. It just felt overall strange. Like, there are some interesting things where Kamir is referencing some, like, I think he references some of the, like, Dark Side Creed or something like that. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of cool. But, like, I don't know. There's just too much, like, awkwardness in this episode that was not warranted. Like, and then the fact that I was like I was saying earlier, she should be way more like concerned. Like, if she was a full-blown Jedi and she was like, calm, collected, analyzed my situation, sure.
yeah,
But
but
she
she has been a Jedi
hasn't
for
been.
6 years or something like that.
So like,
Yeah, her connection to the Force is like gone.
she should be more like worried and upset that she's on a weird place. So I don't know. It just didn't feel real to me. Even for the fantasy world that this exists in.
No,
So,
you're
yeah.
very right. She has very awkward chemistry with characters and acting.
Yeah.
Nothing ever just feels smooth and normal. But Sly, what did you say? A 4?
I gotta give it a 4. Yeah, this hurt my soul, dude.
Damn. All right, well, I'm going 4.5. I'm surprised. Usually with everything, I'm like the harshest and the most critical, but like I've been in the middle for the most part. But That's gonna
I'm
be.
prepared to drag this show through the trenches, and that's honestly higher than it deserves to be.
It deserves that much. And honesty, you know, our journalism integrity depends on it. But
True,
yeah. There you guys go. Foundry 4.5 for episode 6 of the Acolyte. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, drop some support for the boys down below in the comments, and let us know what you guys thought about the episode and our thoughts too. And we'll see you later for some more Acolyte reviewing. But until then, bye, people.
Peace.